What is going on? We are doing a little behind the scenes. I needed a little more space, so we moved into our break room. So I got a table set up here, a couple of carts, table back here for our tops for the Pick Your Top session. So I started getting this done, and then Brandon's like, oh, this would be cool to film. And here we are. So we're filming this. And so that's a little late on grabbing all of the process. But I went ahead and I joined these ones. So I used the joiner and I got a nice edge. And so what I'm doing at this point is I'm taping them together and getting ready so that they have a nice even book match. And I have to look at, all kinds of factors. And as the woods have more knots and eyes and burls, it makes it a little more challenging. And so for me to get a good job, I'm going to get it nice and tight, tape them together when I feel like they look the best. And it's always something that when I'm doing these tops, I have to figure out which way I want to go. I'll show you on the next batch since I've already taped these together. So this is part of the process. What you haven't seen is the picking out of the tops, which of course that takes time. And then the guys have to cut them, we have to sand them, we have to oil them. And then I have to take this huge amount of tops and I got to figure out which way I want to showcase them and book match them, because I have various ways, and then which orientation do I want, up or down. All right, so then that guy goes up top so I can label it for you guys. All right, let's see, we'll go like this here. And then I gotta figure this out over here. So I'm going in order of grade. So what I was talking about a second ago was, I'm gonna show them your way so you can kind of see. So that way they're not facing me, they're facing you guys. And this is what we're gonna be looking at. Way to go, Eric. There's Eric. Sorry, guys. Hey, can you do me a favor? In my wood vault area, can you grab just a couple of the templates, the clear templates? Yeah. And that way I can show these off a little bit. Thanks, buddy. That's Eric, handles our customer service. So with these tops, what I really like is I just like how it has all this pattern to it on both of these. They almost look like a set of angel wings. They're just really, really dope looking. And this is the same billet. So you have, let's see which way it was. This is the bottom of the billet, actually. And then this is the top of the billet. And so you could see as each cut, it does change. I mean, you could tell that it's the same, board or piece of wood. But you look down here and this is more figuring. A little less up here. This has a little less here, but a little more here. A little less here and a lot more here. So as you cut through, it's so crazy to see like different areas pop out, and that could make or break a top for you. Eric is taking his time finding these templates. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Sure, you got it.
Right on.
See you there.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, thank you. Yeah, so they're all gonna go like this. I have them upside down. I thought I had them upside down when I was starting to look at it. That way you guys can see them. Get a little preview of how these are gonna look. So I gotta find a few key points and try to match that up best I can. So here's a A26 on there, but you could just see how crazy that looks. You know, and keep in mind, like neck's going to go here, pickups are going to get cut out. You'll have some sort of a bridge. But if you look at that, I mean, just the grain pattern, this master grade crotch pattern is just absolutely devastating looking. All of these are just beautiful. Just super cool. So I'm going to put the templates aside, and I'm going to keep matching these up. Hopefully you guys are all doing something really fun for the holiday. Brandon, what are you doing for the holiday?
I mean, I was supposed to be going up to my brother's in LA, but my sister-in-law just got sick, so
oh man,
gotta figure something else out.
Dang, buddy. Yeah, I'm actually doing something pretty cool. I'm having my cousins over from the Kiesel side of the family, and some of them I have not seen for over 10 years. So it's pretty crazy. Sometimes when you're all in business together, sometimes that means you don't see each other if things change. And you know, so much time has passed, and we're all really excited to see each other. We've been communicating, and so it's going to be cool. And I'm just really excited about that. They're all coming over to our house, and my wife is we're going to do a Thanksgiving Eve on Wednesday at our house, and then we're going to my parents' house on Thanksgiving on Thursday. And of course, Friday, I'm going to be here with you guys. So I got 3 days in a row of family and chaos. So I don't know what's going to be the most chaotic. Wednesday, seeing some of my family for the first time in like 10 years, or Thursday, seeing my family that I see all the time, and Thanksgiving, or you guys. Brandon, what do you think is going to be the most chaotic?
Yeah, probably Friday.
Probably Friday. Yeah. So yeah, these tops will be dope. There is so much time that goes into this. I don't know how much you guys really know how much effort goes in. So when we have a billet, let me arrange these here like this. Okay, put this off to the side. So let me show you with, like, this is a perfect example. That's going to just cut me open. So let's show you with the spalt. So we have one billet, and they're oiled, so they're kind of stuck together. So I take a billet out there. The guys draw a little V on there so that when we go to open them up, we know which way to open them. And so they get cut, then they get sanded, and then they get oiled. But this is a great example of the different grades of wood. And so you have this. This is really nice. This is master grade, right? And then as we go down, it gets, in my opinion, it gets nicer and nicer. And so you're going to end up with K-top, as crazy, in my opinion, as spalt is going to get. And that's just absolutely devastating. What do you think, Brandon?
That's all right.
Just all right. Yeah, I don't. The problem with this is it looks good, but there's so many little areas with spalt that's hard to get them to match up. What do you like better?
I liked it the other way better.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I think by the time you carve out the pickups and the neck and all that, and put the bridge on there, I don't know. I'm going back the other way. I just fucking changed my mind. That's how it goes. And yeah, I got to go that way.
Kind of looks like a skull right here.
That is pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Let's see on this one. But that's part of the process. It's one of those, what do they call them? Those starts with an R. What's that?
Rorschach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. But I mean, even that, look at that, like with that, just that swoop going across. And these two are going to be K-top grade, and these two are going to be master grade. I mean, this is still absolutely beautiful. But here you have the same billet, and this is not as nice as those two. This one I think I'm going to invert. I think this one's better that way because it's already not as much going on. I think I like that better on this one. Yeah, that's pretty sick right there. I may even do this one like that too. I think I'll do that. I think that'll be our deciding factor. Yeah, I think that looks sicker. So we'll do two, the master grade with the flame in the center, and then the K-top where it has so much flame already and you just have more of the spalting going on. But yeah, that's part of the process. That's how it goes, and that's what I'm doing and trying to get you guys the best. And what I've kind of learned by doing so many of these sessions, and obviously we have so much more of our time and energy wrapped up into these, that it's really hard for us to do a low-priced top because we're putting so much more energy and effort into these tops by doing all this matching and sanding and doing all this preparation that it makes it really, really hard. So I think as time is going to go on, we're going to see more of the crazy stuff like this for a pick your top, and I think less of the, let's say the standard, the 4A, which doesn't mean you're not going to have it ever. I just think we're going to have less. And I think it makes more sense for us to give you guys that really want something very unique to really highlight some of these crazier tops and pull out some of the really gnarly stuff in my collection. God, this top, even though that is maybe nicer, dude, I don't know, Brandon. I might take this top. I'm actually thinking about taking it for myself. And that's the thing with spalt, is I only like it when it has a lot of flame or it doesn't have any at all. I want either a ton or none. I'm kind of weird like that. You're an extreme person? No, not Jeff Kiesel. Is Diana a cook?
She cooks a little bit.
Yeah? So out of you two, who cooks more?
Oh, definitely her.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So can you cook?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a lot. I'm not very good at it.
Yeah. So we had chili last night, and Zach was hanging out, and he actually made me and Sean grilled cheese sandwiches. And man, I gotta say, they were really good. It was pretty cool. I don't know that Zach's necessarily a cook. I know he can cook, but he doesn't cook a lot. But those grilled cheese were pretty freaking amazing. It's all about how much you toast that bread and what cheese you use. I feel like that's almost more important than the bread itself. All right. Yeah, those are pretty gnarly. Well, I don't know how much of this you want me to show, Brandon. You want me to show more tops or?
Let's do one more batch of tops.
One more batch, okay. So we got I really want that top. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. I want to keep that top for myself. I'm thinking about it. Okay, what do we want to show then? So I got a burl here. Let me do this. We've shown off some burl. already. Let me just show off a couple more tops just so people can see a few different things that we got going on. So this is a burl maple. This top is going to be a very special one, and I'll explain why during my live. And what's very unique about that one. Whoa! It's on sale now, Brandon. So that happens when you got too much going on. So we got a nice crotching there. And I want to show you guys kind of two grades of crotching. Look at that. So you got kind of two grades there going on. I sold one of these tops on my Halloween Pick Your Top. It was a 7A quilt, so I have another one. But I'm going to keep matching up these tops, and I hope you guys are having a great time and just showing you guys what we do here and why it's a little more unique and why the Pick Your Tops are not only cool from the standpoint that you get to pick your own top. We do have a little bit of savings on your end, not on our end, of course, because, you know, having to prep, sand, tongue oil, these are all steps we wouldn't do, you know, on a normal case. We would cut the top, and then we would either glue them together, book match them and glue them together if it's a bolt-on, or on a neck through. We book match it and then glue it onto the actual top of the guitar at the same time. So that would be the normal process. So we're adding in the sanding, the tongue oiling, and then of course the organization and the laying out, and then a video. So it's a pretty special thing. You know, I'm not aware of anybody else doing this type of thing in the industry that would be on the scale we are. Maybe you have some small builders put some pictures on Instagram or something and you can grab some tops. But this is a chance for you to call us up, grab the exact top. I take the template, I lay it out for you, and then you have something to look forward to. So anyhow, I hope you guys all have an amazing holiday, and I can't thank you enough from the Kiesel family, the extended Kiesel family here at Kiesel Guitars, and I just wish you guys the best holiday season, and I'm going to see you Friday. Make sure you got your popcorn, your favorite beverage, and be ready to call that 858 Guitars number, and let's get a build going for you.
And I have a couple of announcements to make too. So I wanted to say that Jeff's mom and I are especially thankful and proud of Jeff. Jeff has always been totally dedicated to his family, his friends, and to Kiesel Guitars. I'm thankful for Jeff's fast-paced, witty personality, a trait he definitely received from his mom.
I would say so, for sure.
Also, I'm very thankful for the privilege to work with Jeff since he was actually a teenager. So
You'd bring work home when I was about 8. I think that's when I started doing the harnesses. It was, yeah, stripping wires and doing.
Slave labor.
It was. It was piecework too. It was by the piece.
Yeah, and even before he had a car, there you go. I would drive him to work, like to go to work and stuff. And of course, he's still going to school. He gets his car and he's working every day after work, pretty much.
I remember how mad I was when I turned 16, got my car, got my license, and then it was spring break and you made me work the whole time. All my friends are at the beach. Yeah,
Really?
I had to work full time.
That's legend.
I mean, I was mad. I'm thankful now, and I made my kids do the same thing, but I didn't understand at the time. I'm like, here I got wheels, it's spring break, I'm 16, and I'm working.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Jeff has accomplished so much since he started working at Carbon as a young teenager. Jeff was so accomplished in sales and marketing that he went on to lead Carbon's sales team at a very young age. How old were you when you took over the lead?
I think that was showroom. I would have been maybe 20.
Well, I think in the showroom you were younger than that because you only did, work in the shop. You were doing fingerboards.
Yeah, fretwork.
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 And stuff. And you must have been like 16, 17, 18 when you did that. And I think, you know, you went into sales probably when you were 19.
About that, yeah. About
Yeah,
19.
and then you went on to lead the sales team.
I think
Yeah.
that was
Good.
2002, no, 2003 maybe, something like that, or
Yeah.
four. I don't
Yeah.
remember what year it was.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a lot.
So then in 2013, Jeff started with his first design project, the successful PB bass, which was very successful
We
for
did
us.
good on that.
Yeah. Jeff was then hooked as a guitar designer.
That was it.
Jeff went on to design the Vader and Osiris headless guitars, the Aries, and countless others, including his latest hits, the Kyber and Kyber headless guitars. Jeff has been the driving force behind the company's growth and evolution for the last 10 plus years. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So I could
Thanks
go.
for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
And creating the custom shop. I mean, they were going to stop making guitars in the 70s, so my dad got a call in 1970 and they were going to not make guitars anymore. So he quit his job as a drafting engineer, left LA, came down without knowing what was going to happen. They weren't selling guitars, it was pretty bleak. And so he quits his job, and him and my mom moved down from LA down to Valley Center, and he created the custom shop and brought in things like koa wood and being able to paint your headstock a different color, paint the body whatever color, different bridges, even Floyd Rose. It was hard for you to get those.
Oh yeah, I had to buy him, kind of bootleg them in because well, it was who was the company that Kramer,
yeah.
Kramer on the rights to Floyd Rose, and they had a policy they couldn't sell them to anybody. So it was Andy Papiccio that's when I first met Andy back in the mid '80s, late '80s, and he says, Mark, you can buy them from this company, Island Music in New York. Don't tell anybody I told you.
Well, now you all know.
So anyhow, I've known Andy since then. So.
But that's why we have a custom shop, right? We wouldn't have been carving guitars in 1970. They were going to fold the guitars and just focus on amps and audio. So
Yeah.
thank God for my dad quitting his job and taking over the guitar division and creating it and, you know, making it what it was and, you know, giving obviously all of us an opportunity. We wouldn't be standing here if he didn't do that in 1970. So thank you for that. Yeah, absolutely. They're the first custom shop.
Anyhow, I could go on and on about Jeff, but instead, it's time for me to make this very special announcement. I want to welcome Jeff Kiesel as president of Kiesel Guitars.
Oh man, that is cool.
That's for his desk.
Look at that, a little Kyber action. Man, you guys are awesome.
Let's see
There you
it.
go, Tim. Did you make this?
Tried to, yeah.
Well,
That is super
Brandon had
cool.
part in it. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks, Pop. Yeah, appreciate you. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to talk